Welcome Pisces to your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 4th of March for the Sun or the Ascendant. If things seem to be moving at the speed of a snail last week because of the conjunction between Mercury and the Sun and Saturn on the 28th, things can start to speed up this week. Jupiter and Saturn, Jupiter very much about growth, optimism, belief, good fortune in your third house of everyday communication. Still in touch with Saturn, that's very helpful. It's been there since the start of the year and will be there through to about the third week of this month. But the other thing that's going on is that Mercury is going to apply to Neptune in your sign. So the creativity that's often part of your nature can really be amplified by that conjunction in a big way. But of course, the new moon at the end of the week is the highlight of this week. It's your personal event each year. This is when you can recalibrate your approach, give yourself a dynamic makeover. It's very much about focusing on what makes you individual. But because Uranus, the planet of individuality, is connecting to this particular new moon, this is one which gives you an almost larger and stronger platform to shake things up, be a bit more radical and outspoken in your approach. But the other part of this week's influence is the energy in your 12th house, principally Venus, but then Mars, which both are in a right angle with Uranus. And something could come out into the open this week that you're really not expecting. Maybe you're going to blurt something out, which is a bit sensitive. It may be something related to a past relationship or grievance or an unhappy thing that you went through. Suddenly you can find yourself talking about it and really surprised that it still has such a powerful presence within you. Then again, someone could surprise you by pointing out something you're not expecting. But all of that is a kind of distraction for the big picture, which is really urging you to focus on what you want to do as an individual and not be knocked off course by other people's dramas and points of view. But also this week, on Tuesday, the North Node applies to Chiron. The question this aspect is asking all of us, but particularly you, is what's the strength of your self-worth in the second house? If it's healthy, despite the fact that there could be a bit of gossip that breaks into the open or a little bit of antagonism that just comes up from nowhere, if you're really single-minded, you're being marched towards that new moon in a way which is going to catapult you forwards really dynamically. But particularly if you're really intact in terms of that self-worth. Because what Chiron can be about is where we're very good at helping others. So, for example, it could be someone who encourages people with planning their finances, budgeting, maybe cooking from scratch, an appreciation of the earthy things in life, growing stuff. If that's where you find joy, that could be an area where you really are an authority. But are you feeling nurtured and appreciated by other people for that? And that's really what North Node Chiron is about. If there is a wound there that you want to transform in terms of your value, your self-value, or around how you feel about money even earning it, this is a good time to address that. But by the end of the week, as Mercury moves from your sign into Aries, the shift is going to start to evolve from the new moon. It's all about you being very dynamic, but pretty soon into next week, you're going to want to see tangible results of all the activity and effort you've been putting in. If you would like to ascend beyond this zodiac broadcast and embrace the power of more serious astrology, if you give me 3 pieces of personal birth data of time, date, and place, I can produce for you your life aroma report. This will give you searing insights to the patterns that have played out in your life so far and an opportunity to have a more intimate understanding of how you can work with these. Also, my special package of 30% off, you can get your 12-month transit forecast. That's the moving planets in the sky interacting with your totally unique personal blueprint. Please see the link below for more. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for joining us. It would be an honour if you would subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol.